video, I'll show you how to create an assignment in Canvas with a rubric and attach standards so that it can be used as evidence of proficiency for grading. The first thing you will need to do is create the assignment. I've created an assignment already. You'll want to give your assignment a name, and I like to provide any instructions for the assignment or resources that the students might need using the Rich Content Editor box. For points and display grade as, you have a number of options. In this video, I'll show you the simplest option. With this option, it doesn't really matter what you set the number of points to, because the number of points for the assignment will be determined when you create the rubric for the assignment. And you'll want to set the display grade setting to points. Once you've saved the assignment, you'll see the Add Rubric icon. You'll use the rubric function to attach your standards and proficiency scales to the rubric. Give your rubric a name. I usually give it the same name as the assignment. Delete the default criterion. Then click on Find Outcome. Canvas uses the term outcomes for standards. We have pre-populated outcomes for your subject into each of your live Canvas courses. I've loaded a few outcomes into this course just as an example. You'll click on the folder to open the list of outcomes, then click on the outcome to display its description. When you've found the outcome you want to use in the rubric, click on the Import button at the bottom. You'll now see it in the rubric. You can repeat this process to attach another outcome. You can also add other criterion manually to this rubric by clicking on Add Criterion and then New Criterion. However, manually added criteria won't be reflected in the Learning Mastery Gradebook, as it only reflects student mastery of course outcomes. There are a few setting options for the rubric. If you choose the Use this rubric for assignment grading setting, it will automatically populate the rubric score as the assignment score. I recommend using this setting as it takes a step out of the process when grading. When you are finished creating your rubric, click on Create Rubric. Because I chose the Use this rubric for grading option, it will ask you if you want to update your assignment score to match the rubric. Say yes to this. Canvas will total the proficiency score for each outcome to give a score for this assignment. Once students have submitted their assignments, you'll grade the assignment using SpeedGrader. If your assignment was set to an online submission or an external tool, you would see the students' work in this area. To grade the assignment, click on View Rubric. We'll drag it over to make it a little easier to see. You can click in the cell of the rubric to attach a score. However, if a student's proficiency for an outcome falls between levels, you'll need to click in the points box and manually type in the score. I also recommend using the comment feature to provide specific feedback for students. Once you have scored your rubric and entered any comments, click on Save. You will notice that the assignment score from the rubric is automatically populated for the grade. Now let's take a look at what these scores look like in the Canvas gradebook. As a teacher, when looking at the traditional gradebook, it will show the total number of points from the rubric as the assignment score. However, if I select the Learning Mastery Gradebook from the Gradebook View drop-down menu, it will show an overview of the student's most recent proficiency levels for each standard you have assessed. You can also hover over the standard name to get more information about that standard. Students also have a mastery view in their gradebook that provides an even more detailed historical view of their proficiency scores for each assignment. As a reminder, Focus is our official gradebook, and that is where students should look to find their grades. However, by looking at the rubrics, especially when you provide feedback, and the mastery view, Canvas can be a great tool in supporting students in achieving proficiency in your classroom.